Hey dumplings, it's Dave Desai. Today I want to get into a comment that was shared about Jung Kook to Charlie on set and what was said about that. I also want to get into Jung Kook and BTS releasing some new things, and of course talking about a company suing stalkers. So hater or not, make sure you subscribe with the notification bell on. Grab your dumplings, he's playing Mark, and let's get into it. The first thing that I want to get into is a company that has vowed to sue stalkers, or what the Koreans call Sasaengs. A little backstory here: this stalker issue is a long and common problem in the K-pop world, and we have instances where idols have gotten severely hurt and sent to the hospital over this. So the fandom of any K-pop group are very keen and sensitive to this idea that anyone that exhibits pretty much any behavior could be considered a stalker, but a lot of that goes too far. There's instances of people attending or paying for multiple fan meets and they're called stalkers, or people commenting funny jokes and they're called stalkers, which I will get into more later. These are not actual stalkers, these are just fans, and they choose to meet and talk to their favorite idol in the way the idol has publicly put themselves out there for that purpose. There's a lot of delusion within K-pop fans, and it seems to be more common in this type of culture. Some delusion I will accept, but I think when people think that they're married to the idol, that's not okay, because they're married to me, so stop thinking that they're married to you. Joking aside, I think it's okay to love the idol. It's okay to feel like you know them, because we know them to a certain extent. But to think you're actually married to them, or that they owe you a marriage because you're fans with them, that crosses into a delusion. And it's so bad that you can go on Twitter and literally read comments and lots of tweets that are extremely delusional, which is why when these labels say that they'll take legal action, oftentimes the word delusional is used. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that K-pop idols are so curated in their image. There's a team of 50,000 people making sure that every hair and every movement looks absolutely perfect on camera, that no one in their real life can compare. It's a little different than American celebrities, where the celebrity almost thrives off of being relatable and real, whereas in K-pop, it's better to be seen as this perfect being that even the idols themselves can never be. But my point here is that since a lot of these people have this notion that the idol is not human, it becomes difficult for them to become obsessed with anyone else, as anyone in real life can't compete with a picture-perfect image. And sometimes with some companies, they completely curate personalities, and then the stalkers feel like they were meant to be with this idol. And so they begin stalking and try to get close to them. A gym where allegedly a lot of SM idols work out at, artists like SHINee, NCT, Red Velvet, aespa, etc., was being bombarded with stalkers once they found out these artists go there. Apparently these stalkers were signing up as regular gym goers just to take a picture of the idol or even go up and bother them. I think it's fine to go up and ask for one photo if the label and artist allows this, but I'm assuming the gym is implying that there was more going on than that. Maybe there was also a lot of creepy gym pictures that were not consensually being taken. Gym pictures, really? You don't believe that your favorite K-pop idol sweats and you want to see a live performance of that? My opinion is that if you're at a fan meet or coming out of a show, I think fans have full rights to snap as many pictures as they want, because the idol is dressed up and they're there to take pictures. But at a gym, they're not really. They probably don't even have makeup on, and they might be red and sweaty. These photos would make them look really bad. The gym statement continued to mention that they will warn and let new people who sign up for the gym be aware of this new policy, and if they catch people doing this, they will go ahead and take legal action. I don't know if the gym themselves or if they will forward the information to the label for them to take action. There is allegedly a new stalker law in Korea, so they can actually take legal action over this. But either way, let's respect people's privacy. The idea and topic of stalkers has been talked about a lot recently, as members of BTS have been doing their own thing, and these stalkers are even more happy about it, because usually these stalkers will have a favorite, and now they can just directly go after that favorite without having to deal with the other members. There were thoughts and speculation of if a stalker was on set with Charlie Puth's Left and Right music video, but I will say a lot of American sets and security is very good. American security is a lot more aggressive. They'll fling you out of there so hard, and if you die, you die. They don't care. So when BTS is doing American events, I'm not too concerned. But people were calling stalkers or Sasaengs after a recent live stream that Charlie Puth did. He went on Instagram, I believe, and he sat there and answered a bunch of questions that people had on his new music video, and any personal questions that people had. There's no doubt that after the release of Left and Right, Charlie's following increased a lot, and a lot of that new following, the majority of those people, were probably ARMY. And so a lot of ARMYs may not be into Charlie's music, but they will stay around in hopes that Charlie will drop drop something Jungkook related or mention Jungkook. During this recent live stream, someone asked Charlie what Jungkook smelled like and if Charlie noticed a particular smell. Charlie, unlike K-pop idols, when they read these kind of weird questions and funny messages, Charlie will usually reply and not think anything of it. Charlie replied saying that he didn't particularly notice a smell and he did not take time to actually stand there and sniff him, which is definitely the proper answer. I imagine ARMYs would be mad if he answered anything like him standing there just grabbing Jungkook and taking a big whiff. Charlie continued to answer that he felt maybe Jungkook smelled the most like soap and then just ended it there. I read online that Jungkook was a bit sensitive to particular smells and fragrances. I don't know if he ever actually said that, but it is believed. But this is true to a lot of Asians. A lot of Asians, including myself, don't use deodorant. I remember being made fun of for this in school. But the reason why we don't use it is because we don't smell. I was never told by my father to use it. My father never carried any. And if you grow in places like Hong Kong, mainland, or Korea, you can walk into a pharmacy type store and notice that the deodorant section has maybe 2 brands, if that, and it's tiny. It's not something that a lot of people use there, and thus a lot of Asians are most sensitive to particular smells like that and don't understand why people go crazy with it. So I have no doubt that Jungkook didn't smell like anything and that he wasn't actually wearing any scents. But maybe what Charlie could have been smelling was Jungkook's fabric softener. Now all of that was dandy and fun, but people took that original question that was asked, asking Charlie what Jungkook smelled like, that this was a stalker or Sasaeng fan type of question, that it was weird and embarrassing. I feel like this is just a question. Maybe this is a cultural thing among friends and even strangers in America. One of the first things that friends can bond over are conversations about the body. Guys can talk to other strangers right away about sex and it's not even been seen as a big deal. It would be determinant on if you yourself are comfortable in that conversation, and if not, you walk away. But even in college, teachers would openly talk to the class about sexual experiences and drugs and it not be a big deal. So asking someone what someone smells like is not even remotely weird or offensive in America. And the fact that Charlie answered it means he didn't think anything weird of this. If it was a question asking Charlie for Jungkook's address, then you can see how he may have not answered that question or would have made some sort of face about it. But Charlie appeared like he actually thought about it for a minute, like, did Jungkook smell like anything? And overall, it was just a funny question and definitely not that serious. I thought it was very funny and clearly people wanted to know, which is why this clip ended up going viral. But no worries on getting Jungkook content. We are going to get more content from Jungkook and we are going to be able to learn a lot more about Jungkook in the next month or so. In fact, not just Jungkook, but seemingly all of the BTS members. Big Hit just announced the BTS Vlogs series, so while BTS members are taking their break or vacation, they will go ahead and release some of that footage and bring us along on their adventures. A schedule was released and there were dates on there saying which type of vlog will be released on which day. There's 7 different types of vlogs coming out, and each vlog actually seems like it could correspond to a particular member's personality. So each of these vlogs will be with a different member, it appears. The driving vlog I think could be Jungkook. He drives a lot. The J-Box seems to be J-Hope. The fixing one could be Jimin. The art gallery one seems to be RM. Camping I think could be Suga. Cooking would be Jin. And the last one is gift making, which seems like something V would want to do. So that is my guess. But let me know what you think. What do you think of all of these releases and Jungkook releasing a vlog? What do you think of Charlie answering what people are calling a Sasaeng question? And what do you think of the Jim's response to stalkers? Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out my Patreon for more videos. Link down below. I think it's just lovely comment right here. Love you. Bye.